I'm V.
Hi, I'm Lily.
And this is the Off Topic Always podcast.
And today we're talking about social media, help or hindrance. So we've actually done a bit more research this time, guys.
She said, as we literally researched it today.
Yeah, we're going to ignore that fact.
Yeah.
But I think this is in light of just like, we had a few ideas to begin with of what to do, but also, I don't know if you know this, but Australia has banned social media
banned
for
it
under
for
16s. So we're going to be talking about like both
yeah,
sides.
that's kind of where we got the like inspiration from, and whether it's good, like not
good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad. I was trying to think of
what
better
it does.
words. Like,
Yeah, we're going basic.
We're going really basic
like
with
what
it
it
today.
does for society, this and that. So
we're gonna kickstart with like about the political aspect of social media and like how politics is kind of portrayed in media.
I think we can do like negatives and positives
for
for politics, because like for me personally, I definitely wouldn't know anywhere near as much stuff about politics as I do if I didn't have access to social media.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, well, I'm left wing. I'm nowhere near.
Yes.
I'm absolutely nowhere near right wing. The problem is with right wing, right? Like, they do make good points. They just execute them so poorly. It's actually ridiculous. But yeah, politics is like I don't know. Like,
I think the thing is, like, you can find information on social media, and like obviously that does give exposure to politics, especially which I think is really important, specifically for young people. Just the initial exposure.
Yeah, like politics is always seen as like, obviously it is a really serious thing.
Yeah.
But people always say like, oh, I don't do politics. You can't not do.
It's literally politics in every aspect of your life.
You could,
every single one.
You can't ignore politics. After the age of like, I'd say 13.
Yeah.
After the age of 13, you should be knowing at least a little bit about politics, or at least like what side of the politics scale your country is. Like elections, what's going on, just basic information. Like, you can't ignore politics. Yeah. It's the whole reason.
You've got to have like a basic
you've got to have a basic understanding. And social media definitely helps.
Yeah, I think the issue is though, social media also offers a lot of what's the word? Misinformation. Yeah. Like, I think it's really important if you are going to take your information from social media to actually do your own research about it as well.
It's very biased of me to say that there's only misinformation, for example, in the reform side of things. Yeah. Because there is misinformation in both. Misinformation is something you can't avoid. But you tend to see a lot of right-wing policies. The stuff they post about on the internet, for example, migration statistics about immigrants, they're completely false. Just saying to you now, I don't know if anybody will be watching this being a reform voter. Yeah. They're lying to you. Migration is nowhere near as bad. The statistics are actually lower than ever, and they are not doing anything negative for the economy. There's nothing wrong going on.
Yeah, I think one of the major issues with politics being involved in social media is that people will just take anything they see and run with it.
They literally won't even think, I should probably go on a website for this.
I should probably double check.
Then
like, it's on TikTok, so it must be true.
And I also, bit of like an opinion from me here, like, I think you shouldn't, I don't want to say decide, but like, I'm going to use decide anyway. You shouldn't decide whether you are left wing, right wing, like socialism, capitalism, communism. You should not decide that purely based on social media or any information you get from social media. It should be a mix of like environmental factors, tiny bit from parents. I'm not going to say all the way, but like tiny bit from parents, a little bit from social media, a little bit of your own research, own experience, this and that.
Yeah, I think the environment you're in really pushes your political views.
Definitely. I mean, me personally, if I was the same person now, I don't think my political factors would change, but it's definitely influenced by like your region. So if we were in like the Middle East, our religion would be different, and so our political views would be different as well. And so politics is such a complex thing that we can't really, I don't know, it's so big on social media at the moment. I don't know how it is in America aside from Trump, but like especially in England, I just see so many people spitting this information at me.
I know, literally one of the statistics we found out was that 98% of social media users report encountering misinformation in their feeds, which is a crazy amount of people it's just insane. Encountering purely wrong information.
It's like, I don't even know, like,
it's crazy. Like, so, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, for people like me and B, right, we're quite heavily involved in politics.
Oh, we are so involved in politics.
I don't know if you've experienced this, but I have so many people, even if they're on the same political spectrum as me, just get stuff wrong. And they say it with such confidence.
Yeah.
And it's like, where do you even get this from? You got this from a TikTok video with 5 likes from, like, user 394. Like, this is not...
It's incorrect information.
Yeah. And, like, I think with the positive side of it, it can help you, it can direct you, it can help you understand the basic policies of, you know, different parties, but it shouldn't be used for in-depth, especially if you're debating.
Especially if you're debating.
It shouldn't be
like
used.
It's just, I think the most key thing for me is, if you're going to use social media, please just like check your sources, check your information.
This
don't
is
just
everything.
Run with it. Yeah,
this could be as simple as movie trailers.
Yeah, this could be like, or like cancelling celebrities for something, or like literally anything. But like, I think it just really infuriates me when people use like social media as a source of politics, and then they go and vote in an election for something they think they want, but it's not really what they want.
I would never. I think in some circumstances, so this is my opinion, right, but based on reform policies, I would never vote for reform, and I'd like to vote for Green Party. I would never say to somebody, because you're voting reform, I don't want to say respect, but I'm not going to punch you in the face. I just want to say reform is not good for our society.
Reform is just... I don't really want to get into this because
I'm
gonna go on a rant if we get into all this.
Bro, I had a really good point there, but I literally feel I'm always going to respect you face on, because I don't think there's any point in me saying to you, vote for this, vote for that, you're wrong, because I know you feel the same way about me as well.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get nowhere with that, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're voting reform, I encourage you not to.
Yeah,
I think any of you on here are going to vote it.
It's just not a great path for our country. I think it's just full of. I think it's mainly because to me personally, it's just full of hate.
Yeah.
That's I feel like all they stand for is just based off of hate.
Most execution of right-wing policies are based on hate anyway.
Yeah. And I think that's just not a way you should lead a country based purely off hate. So, yeah. I'm trying to see. I'm just I keep looking down because I'm trying to see if there's more statistics to.
We've done a lot more research about this, guys.
So one of them is a most cited source of political news is television, which isn't really relevant to what we're saying. But if you put that in comparison to how many is social media, it's 27%. So if you're watching the news on television, of course that's going to be one of your main not income, but what's the word? Sources of politics, sources of finding information out of politics. So obviously that's going to be your number one. Social media follows closely behind at 27%.
Really?
So and newspapers are just 13%. So that's kind of it really shows obviously
the impact of social media.
Social media is going to become I know it's big
what
right now, but it's going to become even bigger. I don't know. It's actually really bothering me. It's literally I can think of it, but I can't think of it, and it's really bothering me. Especially doing English. I do
my head in actually. It's actually annoying me a little bit. Oh, is it intake?
Maybe. I don't know what I was trying to say, but. It's just, I think that just shows how much social media is really going to impact.
Yeah.
And I think instead of spreading misinformation, we should be using social media as a form to spread politics to younger people.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Specifically.
Because obviously, what's the average age of I know the average age of Twitter users, but that's a bit old.
I had a statistic about how many people. So, one of them, those aged under 35, like I know teenagers probably use social media a lot more. Nearly 3 in 5, which is 58%, identify social media as their main source for political news. So that means, like the statistic I just said about the social media at 27%, that one is actually influenced a lot more by the older people using televisions as their main source, or newspapers.
To be honest, there's no... I mean, I'm not going to speak about this like I know everything about it. There's no... Unfortunately, there's no way of having clear, straight, 100% accurately information, because unfortunately, it's just not how society works.
No, it's not.
Newspapers are incorrect. Television's incorrect. Social media's incorrect, because it's all biased to which party it's consuming.
Yeah.
It's like you're never really going to find a neutral stance, because in their head they're going to have a confirmation bias,
or even an unconscious bias.
Yeah, exactly. They're just not going to realise. Like, we probably have unconscious bias because we're left wing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so difficult. Yeah, it's so complex. There's so many different parties. There's so many different people, and also politics is largely influenced by, like, I'm a woman. So I would never vote for Reform.
Exactly.
And,
exactly right.
Like, if somebody was from a different ethnic background, they probably would never vote for Reform, because those are the people they're targeting. If you're a straight white male, to an extent, I understand why you're voting for them, because they align with everything you need and you want. But you just have to put yourself in other people's shoes for once, and realise that just because it's not damaging you doesn't mean it's not damaging other people.
This is slightly off topic, because you brought up like women and stuff. I just want to say I'm like a major feminist. Like,
if you're not a feminist, what are you doing?
Yeah, like I also it bothers me so much when people think feminism is like above men.
Yeah,
it's not. It's equality. It's literally equality. If you're not a feminist, you like genuinely think men should be superior to women.
If you say I'm not feminist, you're directly saying that women are subordinate to men.
That's exactly right. Like it bothers me so much.
It irks me.
Especially on social media, I see people calling like women who are feminists and like really want equality, or like they go into the extremes about wanting equality. I see people call them misandrists. And the thing is, I see people saying misogynists are better than misandrists, or misandrists are worse than misogynists, which is categorically untrue.
I have a thing about this as well. Like, misogyny, I don't agree with misogyny, because it's like when people who are oppressed start being the oppressors. The only thing I will say about this, though, you know, like the political state of America right now, you guys need to start a revolution. This is the only other time I won't be a pacifist. You need to get somebody to kill them, man.
It's ridiculous.
It's really bad. And like misogyny, I think it's just as bad on a surface level. But it's like racism towards white people. Yeah. Right? By the way, racism towards white people does exist.
It does.
But it is not as systematically impactful. Like, it wouldn't do anything. Just like how if you're discriminative towards a man, it is discrimination, but it is nowhere near as systematic as being misogynistic to a woman, because men have never been oppressed. Just like how white people have never been oppressed.
I think that's what sometimes people fail to grasp, especially on social media. They don't understand the bigger picture of how things can impact the oppressors, but it's just not as systematically like what's the word? Not as systematically. Oh, see, that's gonna bother me now again.
We're actually forgetting so much. This is really bad. We both do essay-based subjects as well.
That's gonna really bother me. And I forgot that, like, the whole misogyny thing wasn't my point. I can't remember what my point I was trying to make. What did you say before?
I was talking about misogyny, how they're not the same.
No, before, like, when I went off topic about women. I can't remember what you were saying.
Feminists?
No. Like, what were you saying before about social media and stuff before? Oh my gosh, I actually can't remember what my point was going to be. Wait.
You said off topic, then you talked about feminism.
Yeah, no, before I said about off topic, what were you saying before that?
Social media, you'll probably vote for the party that caters to you.
Yeah,
like if you're a straight white male, reform is probably the one for you.
I actually can't remember what I was going to say. I'm actually losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. What was I going to say? Oh my god, that's gonna really drive me insane. But yeah, no, I think as a woman you're definitely not gonna vote reform. Let's just say
if you're voting reform, you don't know.
You need to do please do your research. Yeah. Read their manifesto. Like, even if you get your information on TikTok, please just look it up. Please, I'm literally begging you.
Like, especially if you're a woman, and especially if you have a different ethnic or racial background.
Please look into
your research. Just look into it, bro. All you have to do is go on the Reform website, and you'll see what they're trying to do to us. It's actually ridiculous. But yeah, as I was saying before, you're probably going to... I'll always respect people's opinions, and it gets really hard, especially when you're damaging people.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to respect it because I know that some of you are just brainwashed, and I can't help you.
I think what plays a major part as well is propaganda.
Yes, oh my god.
It's like integrated into every aspect.
Propaganda is impossible to avoid.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to avoid.
Literally everything is propaganda. There's stuff on social media that's propaganda. There's art that's propaganda. There's flipping everything. Everything you see is propaganda, and you can't avoid it.
You don't even
know, and it influences your political views because
we're propagandering to you right now.
Yeah,
and you haven't even noticed yet.
Notice. Like, come on, it's everywhere. And I think what's important is to acknowledge that, and understand, and try not to let it influence your views. I think
just the main point is don't get all your information from one source.
Yeah. Like, I think if you're going to get information from a specific source, at least double check
it. Like this is completely off topic. I mean, it's still political, but this is completely off topic. But like the stuff about the Holocaust, the German people did not know what was going on inside Auschwitz, and they thought that it was a rehabilitation camp.
Yeah.
They didn't know the extent to what was going on in there, and it's not their fault because they're being shown a different story.
Yeah.
Like, it's impossible to avoid, but you just have to try and think to yourself, I'm not going to completely believe what these people tell me, because there's always going to be something behind it. There's always going to be more information. Yeah. You just have to try and look at as many different perspectives as you possibly can. I mean, I do sociology, so we look at the perspectives of so many different fucking sociologists. I'm actually losing my mind. I have mocks in 2 weeks, and I'm losing my mind because there is so many people. Like, I was actually revising functionalism, Marxism, and New Right. So that's 3 little things. They say really basic things. That's easy. I think there's about 10 sociologists just with those 3, and you're thinking like, guys, can we just relax? Because they're all saying the same shit. It's so annoying. But yeah. Sorry, that was a bit of an off topic. We have mocks in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And
let's maybe steer away from that topic.
I don't really want to think about it.
Going back to women, I don't know what my point was. That's gonna really bother me. I'm so sorry, but what really annoys me is that women are still treated unfairly today, and I don't think people realise it. It's an unconscious sexism thing still.
Another sociology thing with that, so we do like equal pay. I had a conversation with my mum about this. Unfortunately, women are not paid as much as men. They're paid 90%. Men are paid 19% more on average than their female counterpart in the same job. It doesn't matter what kind of line of work you go into. Women are always, on average, paid less than men, and systematically we won't be paid as much as men until, I think it's 30 years.
It's 30.
We're in 2026. We won't have equality until almost 2060.
And I think what really bothers me, especially, is when women specifically on social media, because I'm like trying to integrate that back in because that is the topic, and this is slightly off topic. Women specifically on social media will say, I'm not a feminist, I don't want equality, why did women get the vote, why did women want to get out of the kitchen, why did women want to work, I don't want to work. And have you seen those TikTok trends where it's like, oh, I'm just colouring while my boyfriend's doing his big boy job. Oh my god, it irks me so bad.
You are feeding so badly into the patriarchy by saying this.
That is
on a surface level, right? You can have a laugh and a joke about it.
Yeah, of course you can.
What, like,
it runs
education is a privilege, full stop. Yeah. But education is especially a privilege for women. Like, oh my god, we did some dates about something.
And the thing is, I think like men need to understand it better. Like, I understand it better. But like, as a woman, how can you sit there and say, why did other women fight for my rights?
Like, the problem with politics and education, they don't exactly go hand in hand, because we always learn about the base level of feminism and what changes have come about, but they don't teach you that misogyny and inequality is still very much prominent in our society. And I don't think, unfortunately, we'll ever reach a point where we're going to be equal.
It's because it runs so deep. It runs into every single part. Like, even there's a pink tax. Have you seen that?
Yes, there is a pink
tax because products specifically designed for women, like, they get taxed higher because they make them pink because they know.
It's not even hidden as well. You can go into Tesco. Yeah. There'll be a pink women's razor and a different coloured men's razor, and the women's razor will be at least £5 more. Yeah. It's actually ridiculous. It's crazy.
It's so stupid.
My dad was quite shocked to see that I told him that, because you know, with this Artemis 2 thing that's just happened.
Yes.
That's amazing, just full stop anyway, but like, it's really sad to hear on the radio these women are still trying to prove themselves. They're still trying to say, she'll be great, she'll do great. Yeah. You know, first woman to orbit the moon, she'll be amazing. We know she'll be amazing. It's just that it's so deeply rooted to think that women aren't as good astronauts that they have to do it, because otherwise they won't believe it. And then I told my dad, like, I don't even know why you're so shocked, because I was told at school by boys that girls aren't as good, girls aren't as smart, girls don't do this, girls don't do that.
Girls
even, oh my god, like, this is a really well-known thing, Yorkies aren't for girls. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That chocolate bar.
Yeah.
It was a really big thing, especially when we were in primary school, that this chocolate bar called a Yorkie was not allowed for girls. That was an advert in 2010.
Absolutely ridiculous. That's like blatant.
That's in your face. Mate. That's literally in your face.
That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
It was crazy.
That was crazy. But yeah, maybe we should get back on topic.
Yeah,
like,
sorry,
we got a bit
mad about
it. We're big feminists, obviously, so that's just,
I literally have headaches about marriage.
So I think, what was the other one we were going to talk about? Although obviously social media does spread a lot of misinformation about like politics and everything else, it is actually like really helpful for building a community, I would say. Like, I'm a part of many communities on like Instagram and TikTok. Like, I love watching like edits of my favourite show, like that's a community. And I just think that's a really important thing, because you can make connections.
I think it's like, in terms of politics, it's really important that you have a community, because then you can share your values. Even if they hurt other people, I respect that you'll go and share your values. And also, like, this is a bit of a general social media overall. Unfortunately, we're at a point now where technology is so advanced and so relevant to our lives that we couldn't go back to having no technology. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And what they've done in Australia is good to an extent, but it's like, do you know about the fact that people born after 2008 can't buy cigarettes legally?
Yeah.
They just can't do it. Just because you've put that law in place, it just means that people will find
another way,
different ways to get them that might not be very healthy, might not be very safe. It might.
Oh, that's like triggered in my mind. You know, in America, they've like, what's the like law that allowed women to have abortions?
It's usually the Abortion Act. I know it was 1967.
I don't know, something, but they took out, they got rid of it, so they banned women from having abortions, and that's so ridiculous, because, like, just as you said, like, they're gonna just find a way to do it.
They're just going to find ulterior ways to do it,
like, safe.
And it's like with the Australia ban, it will definitely reduce some statistics for maybe grooming, like general unsafeness. But children can lie. Children can use their parents' passports. You can literally put a fake email in. You can fake your age by clicking a few buttons.
You literally can.
There's nothing you've done by reducing the age.
No.
At all.
I think it is important also to acknowledge, like, flipping AI, it annoys me so bad. AI is everywhere. Like, it comes up at Google now. Like, when you first search on it, it's got an AI
You have to
overview.
literally put not AI, like, or you have to turn it off in your settings.
It's really annoying. And I think people are like starting to have a heavy reliance on not only social media but AI as a whole.
In general.
And I think it's leading to people not being able to think for themselves
personally,
as much.
I don't use AI regularly. I think I've used it once for marking an essay, and that's where I draw the line.
I think the only time I've used it is accidentally when Google does it with it. But I think everyone. I feel like it's integrated into colleges and schools as well. Like, they're starting to say, like, you could use AI for this and stuff.
This is just like a bit of a random story. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you guys where we go to college, but I found this a bit like, it's just irking me a little bit, because obviously college has banned AI. Our college has banned AI off the internet. First of all, we can just use our data anyway, but they've banned AI off their internet source, so you can't access pretty much any direct AI, and you can't
go social media.
Or social media, you can't go on TikTok. But, and this is a big fat this is a big fat but like, our college, I know definitely my tutor encourages it.
My English teacher encourages
She says, just use AI for this. My criminology teacher, just use AI for this. What is the point of banning AI when you're using it yourself? It makes no sense.
There is no point to it, I think that what really annoys me about AI is art. Like,
yes,
because I do art as well,
especially with just like music, art,
any like artsy type of thing. You can't replicate that with AI. You can't replicate the emotions with AI.
There's no way for you to do it. No.
And it bothers me so bad when, like, there's this new song on TikTok, or there's this new art piece on TikTok, and everyone's like, oh my god, you don't need like an artist to feel something for art. Like, yes you do. Human emotion is literally embedded into art, and when you take the human emotion,
I actually saw a video this morning before I went to college. Like, AI is obviously getting scarily more accurate to, you know, replicating human faces and everything. This woman recently in America had a FaceTime call from her daughter's number that said to come and open the door because she was home. She was like, how have you got home? You know, I haven't driven you. Oh, my friend drove me. Which friend? You know, had this back and forth conversation. Her daughter was at school the whole time. It was an AI FaceTiming her, asking her to, like... So there was nobody at the door. There was, like, nobody trying to get in. But she was having a conversation with an AI that sounded and looked...
Oh, that's
exactly
scary.
Like her. Exactly, it's scary. And I worry for, like... I mean, I worry for our generation, but personally right now, at this current time, I can tell AI is easier.
Yeah, me too.
But I worry for old generations of people because...
It's going to make them scamming as well a lot easier.
Scamming is going to become a lot easier. If you think about the statistics surrounding scamming right now with humans, like, it's going to get so much worse.
It is, yeah.
And I don't really... I think I understand the point of AI to an extent, because we're trying to develop our technology and we're trying to... just improve in general. We're trying to move forward, trying to have the next like massive, you know, we're trying to be revolutionary with our technology, like Elon Musk. I don't like Elon Musk, by the way, but you know what I'm saying, like, he's trying to be revolutionary, he's trying to be put in the history books. But everything AI can do came from a person, and so there's no need for it.
I think what really annoys me is, like, it can be used in some situations, maybe more like the sciencey aspect, like they have all the weird AI for all that, but it really just bothers me when they try to replicate a human emotion with AI. It just really bothers me because art, like, have you seen like the cavemen paintings and stuff?
Yes.
That's literally the first recorded like way of human emotion, connection, you know, like all of that. How do you even think that AI can replicate that? I don't understand it, like, at all.
I definitely don't understand it in that concept, and like, I guess you can use that same argument for technology, but obviously, like, technology has been around for probably longer than you think.
Yeah.
And there was no way to keep all of your information paper-based, especially, bro, the Great Fire of all of our records of ancient philosophers were lost because it was paper-based. Technology is a really important development, and it makes everything accessible for so many people.
Yeah.
It's just now it's getting to the point where it's like, it's too much.
It's
we don't need AI. We have people that can do this.
Yeah.
And
there's no need for it.
There is no need for it.
I think it can be used on a little bit, but not enough.
I also don't like when people say, like, you know, when people say, like, AI is going to overtake us, as in, like, AI is going to turn evil.
Yeah.
What? Why do you've been watching too much movies? Because how is AI going to do that?
Watching a few too many.
There's physically no way for an AI to create new mechanisms to go against you if you haven't given it the mechanisms to go against you. A robot is not going to wake up one day and decide to kill humanity. That's not how it works.
Yes, today is the day. Today's the day I'm going to kill the entire
I'm going to copy every sci-fi movie ever.
Yeah, I bet that's their version of studying, watching all the sci-fi movies.
Yeah. It's not going to happen, guys.
It's not going to happen.
I know some of you might be excited for a robot versus humans, but it's not going to happen.
I think another important aspect surrounding social media is obviously mental health.
Yes.
And like body positivity, self-confidence, all of that. I feel like this is a really talked about topic within social media, and it's obviously a really debated one. I feel like it's so debated because it is so important. There's obviously a lot of comparisons within social media. And the thing is, I'm quite against it, but I use it so much.
Yes.
I don't really use Snapchat, but I use TikTok.
TikTok. Sound about 50 years old. I use TikTok.
Oh yes, I use TikTok on the daily. No, I do. I use TikTok and I use Instagram. I use Instagram way more than I should.
I don't actually use either of them a lot. I do a lot of reading online. I don't do a lot of I'm actually quite happy with my level of intake.
No, I use it too much, but the thing is, I'm really against it. I think it's that's the problem. I am against it, but I use it so much, so I sound a bit hypocritical when I'm saying all this. But the thing is, there's just so much comparison within social media nowadays. You see, there's fake filters
for me.
Fake, editing.
The overall because body is.
We're both flagging here.
Body positivity is so important, and it's really important to portray that in the media. But there is much more negative stuff on there. And I, just in general, I don't think people would have as many body image issues.
I agree.
If there wasn't social media.
I think, especially because people nowadays are getting social media at 11, 12. They get it. They're lying about their age, which is something we've discussed earlier. Yeah. It's so easy to lie about your age. So children are lying about their age.
I got my first phone when I was 11 for secondary. I got TikTok when I was 13.
Yeah.
I got Snapchat last year or the year before. So I've never had, compared to now, I didn't have social media at an early age. I got it later on because I think my parents were a bit hesitant with it. Yeah, they're a lot more lenient now, but they're still quite hesitant about, should my 12-year-old daughter be having TikTok? Probably not.
Yeah.
But people can lie about their age all the time. You could be speaking to somebody who's 10 years older than you or 10 years younger than you. You literally never know. It's just so... Oh, it's so crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I just think because kids, literal children are getting social media at a young age, and then they're seeing all these comparisons with all the fake, because obviously a lot of social media is so fake. We spoke about it earlier as well, politics and stuff, a lot of misinformation. Literal people are faking appearances, stuff about themselves even.
I've literally recently come across the subculture of TikTok where people would create AI accounts and use the same face in all their videos, and they'll be lip syncing songs. It's fake people, bro.
It's fake. And the thing is, it's actually so easy to tell once you know what to look out for.
That's what
there's always
I saw
a fake.
This. I realised because I was going through my following and I followed this woman. She was absolutely beautiful, but I realised that she was doing the same actions in each video. And then I looked close and I was like, oh my god, she's not real. I've been following somebody who's AI, and then I was like, am I 70 years old? Why have I not realised this person is AI yet? It was absolutely horrible.
I think it's because what really like shows it for me is there's always like this fakeness to their face. Like like eyes specifically as well. There's sometimes like they don't
even
look
if they
real.
have like what's classed as imperfection. So I see a lot of AI with acne for some reason. So obviously like acne is classed as an imperfection. Even when they have stuff like that on their face, you can tell like their eyes aren't as lively, their mouth's a bit weird. You're thinking, something's not quite right about this person.
Something's a little bit off. So let's add some statistics while we're here.
Yeah, sounds so smart.
Oh, I feel really intelligent. I feel like a news person.
Also, guys, you like our little cozy setup?
We're going cozy today. Cozy vibes.
I'm literally freezing cold.
It's because we had to walk back in the rain, to be fair. Right. It was raining a little bit.
I was non-verbal for about 50% of that trip. You were
I zoned out. The rain really overwhelmed me and I was just like, I was zoned out. But anyway, so a statistic. So I've got one statistic and then I've got 2 points off the one statistic. So the first one is more than 1 in 3 adults in the UK say social media has negatively affected their mental health. So 1 in 3, and I bet you that's not even probably the full.
Well, no, because any statistic, some people don't report
we spoke
it,
about
some people go unreported.
Yeah, exactly.
We spoke about that last time, didn't we?
We did. And then, so that's nearly 3 times as many. Yeah, that believed it had a positive effect. Sorry, I lost my wording there. That's nearly 3 times as many that believed it had a positive effect. So. A lot more people, I think, social media has
had a negative
effect than positive, which I think a lot of people will say that, but social media is so ingrained.
There is no positive impact of social media on mental health. No. Because even when you talk about ways to get help, this is stuff that you're taught in school. This is stuff that you can search up just on like. It's so accessible out of social media that I would even say mental health is just like there's no way it can be impacted positively on social media. There's absolutely
definitely not. I think in my opinion, I think that like the main positives are literally communication, connection. I think that's about it. Like everything else, like political misinformation, social comparison. It even impacts like your sleep patterns. Like I'll catch myself accidentally staying up really late, or there's loads of
a little bit more like scientific behind it as well. Like dopamine is such a crazy freaking thing.
It is.
That like the biggest like negative impacts that we spoke about was like people are definitely not as social as they were. But I will say as well, social media has been a massive impact, but I think people forget how serious lockdown was. We were isolated for 2 years.
I think people have like insensitized. That's the word. I think. Is that word? Desensitized. Oh my god. I flipping do English. I do English. This should not be right. Okay. Anyway, I think social media has really desensitized our generation.
Definitely.
Because lockdown, COVID, everything about it is a big joke about it.
In sociology, so obviously Charlie Kirk died last year, didn't he? I saw that video accidentally because I was scrolling on TikTok and it was horrible, but I didn't even think. I've just watched someone get shot. I've just watched somebody get shot and I slept fine that night. Do you know, it's horrible for me to say, but I slept fine, nothing. Somebody 20 years ago seeing that genuinely would have been traumatised.
I think, especially, I've been doing Dracula in English, and a lot of it is classed as visceral imagery, which basically means like gory and like.
I did get a 7 on my English GCSE.
Okay. But that just means like it's gory and stuff. So, but to me, it's not gory.
Yeah, that's actually so
it's like there's like a little description about someone getting stabbed or something, and to me, that's not gory.
Who was that guy that got that died after seeing Mr. Hyde in Dr. Jekyll?
I haven't read
somebody in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde died because they looked at him and he was like this horrible, disgusting creature. And it's like all this imagery about him like trampling on children and just looking very monsterish. It's scary, but like in this day and age, it's not.
Yeah, I think especially because there's a lot of like horror films.
Yeah,
and like all of that.
That's why horror films have become so much scarier, because we just don't care about them anymore. We don't think that's scary. We just think, oh.
Like, I think show Victorian people the Saw movie and they have a heart attack.
That's why you make jokes about like Victorian children seeing stuff.
Yeah.
Like if a Victorian child listened to this conversation, they'd probably have a stroke and die probably.
Because it's like social media has really desensitized all of us to everything.
Yeah.
Like you don't even clock it anymore because you just don't
clock that everybody in the world was isolated for 2 years.
People died, and you don't even.
Millions of people died.
You don't even like.
Millions of people caught a virus. Millions of people. You couldn't even go outside for more than 20 minutes a day. Do you realise?
You know, I had COVID, right?
I had COVID as well.
But
twice.
the thing is, all I could think about when I had it was that I had a whole tub of ice cream to myself. That's all I could think about because I was desensitized to the fact people dying with it.
I got COVID when it was in the heights of COVID, and so I had to be isolated from my family.
Yeah.
But they couldn't eat. I had to be locked in my room. They would put food in the door. They wouldn't even be allowed within a 6-foot radius of me. And to me, I was just like, well, that's just what I have to do. For a week, I didn't see my family because I had COVID-19. How insane is that?
Crazy.
And like, all I was thinking about was, I get Chinese takeaway because I'm ill. Brilliant. Yeah,
because I'm ill and it's literally a virus that's killing millions of people.
Exactly.
It's crazy how social media has impacted, like, specifically our generation, I think. It's really impacted.
Yes, definitely our generation. I'd even say like millennials have been severely impacted as well.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But like even millennials, because obviously they grew up in the 90s, 2000s, and technology only picked up after that. So they've had less impact in their childhood, but obviously in their adulthood they've had a lot of impact.
And they've had to learn it because obviously so what is going on with me? Right, society moves fast.
Yes.
And like I feel like a big thing about social media is FOMO.
Yes, I definitely know I get FOMO.
The reason I still have Snapchat, I rarely use it. The reason I still have it is because I have FOMO.
I literally was thinking this the other day. I should probably delete Snapchat because I don't ever use it except for streaks and everybody's main communication
I don't even use streaks.
I'm so scared of like missing out with people I know because they don't have anything else. I'm like, bro, you know, like Instagram. I'm like, no, I only have Snapchat. The only reason I have Snapchat is because I got FOMO, and the only reason I haven't deleted it is because I'm gonna get FOMO.
Yeah, I think social media has played a big part in creating FOMO because obviously you're scrolling on Instagram and you see all these like good things that everyone's doing, and you're lying there in bed, just scrolling, and you're like, whoa,
this weekend was Coachella, wasn't it? By the way, this is
Justin Bieber, by the way.
That was amazing. But anyway, this influencer came up on my For You page, and she showed me how much her tickets were, her accommodation, what she'd be doing because she was an influencer.
Crazy.
Can you guess how much it was for all her friends and her?
Oh, it's got to be over 100 grand.
It was £190,000.
It's a crazy amount. Like, I know it's like a great experience, but events that are like festivals that are like you're going to see an artist, they should not be costing you over 100 grand.
I mean, it was great, and I mean, like, people make jokes about like, oh my god, I wish I was at Coachella. I wish I was there as well, bro. Yeah. But I'm not thinking to myself like,
I'm not gonna drop 100 grand.
I'm not gonna drop 100 grand just to go to Coachella. No. Who do you think I am? Like, I got FOMO. realised it was thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, never mind. I can just do that in
And I think I saw a TikTok as well where it was like someone who's like a normal person. They're not like an influencer.
Yeah,
they went and not only that, it wasn't as like a good experience for them because it's mainly centralised around like influencers now.
Like literally, people only go to Coachella because there's a fat chance they'll see like James Charles or something or Charlie D'Amelio.
And I think while we're on the topic of influencers, I think that's something that social media has like crafted, and I'm not sure.
It's my dad.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, I just saw my dad out the window.
I'm not sure if it's like a positive thing that influencers are not like. No.
Sorry, my dad's calling me, guys. Just excuse the buzzing going on right now.
I'm not sure if it's a positive thing that like being an influencer.
You talk, I'll text.
Like influencers are a thing now because I feel like they are creating so much social comparison, and it's that I know it's from like I don't really like a living vicariously through me kind of situation, but I feel like it's just creating too much comparison.
I personally don't like influencers, and I find a lot of people funny. I follow a lot of small influencers.
Yeah.
I think the idea of somebody getting rich
by talking
Charlie D'Amelio's life. I mean, she was already quite well off anyway. Her family's not exactly poor, but like she's literally a millionaire because she danced. Do you know what I mean?
People work so hard.
She's a wonderful woman, and I know she's very sweet, and I know a lot of people really like her videos. But she has, like, she's an amazing dancer, but she hasn't worked hard in TikTok. In the rest of her dance career, she's an incredible dancer, incredible worker. She has not worked hard in terms of social media to get where she is today, because all she did was dance.
Like, yeah. I think what really annoys me sometimes, like, I don't really understand the concept of celebrities. Like,
I don't either.
I don't understand, like,
we view these people as better than us.
Yeah, I don't understand why you put a celebrity on a pedestal.
The thing is, a lot of people always argue like they work hard in terms of acting. Of course they do. I'm not saying that actors aren't important, but like I know actors that do acting in A level, and some of them are at the same level as celebrities, and we still view celebrities as more important. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I was having like a conversation with one of my friends the other day, and it was like a lot of people, specifically on social media, put like, I don't want to say like average, but like I don't know what another word is, like average actors on like a pedestal because they believe they're good looking.
Yes.
Like, and I don't know, that just really bothers me, because why are you like treating them as if they're superior just because they're like wealthy and they're good looking? You know what I mean?
Celebrities is a really strange concept, honestly.
Like, while I don't understand celebrities as a concept, it annoys me even more when influencers are treated like celebrities, because at least a celebrity, they've like acted exceptionally, or they're really talented singers. Like they're doing some, like, I'm not saying influencers aren't talented. Like, obviously Charlie D'Amelio is an example of being a talented influencer, but they obviously just haven't.
There are some influencers that will stick a towel on their head, do a POV, and get £1,000 per video, and you're thinking, what the hell? Like, I'm literally at school learning to get a degree, and probably going to end up at a minimum wage job. Yeah. For doing 10 times as more work as them. It's actually crazy.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that we can bring up.
There's nothing really else, like, no, not any specific anyway.
I think, is there anything else going back to politics? Because I feel like that's something we can maybe talk about more because we've got more experience with that. Is there anything else related with politics? I'm moving my hands a lot this video. I've only just noticed, like, but yeah.
There's nothing really more I can say about politics except for, like, obviously I'd encourage you to do research. I'd encourage you to pick up a book, even.
Pick up a book, please. I've got another statistic about. This is about Twitter.
Shall we end on a statistic?
We shall. So during the 2010 UK general election, Twitter was not just a channel for reporting stories, but became central to the unfolding of those stories in real time. So I think that just really shows the impact of social media.
I mean, it just
specifically on
kind of
politics.
summarises social media altogether.
So, you know, I feel like that's a good way to end, and I think we've really delved into seeing how social media is both somewhat a help in building a community, but also to us personally mainly a hindrance, even though we use it.
But it has mainly been a hindrance.
It's mainly a hindrance.
But yeah,
I can't remember the last time we ended this. It's been it's been a while.
It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh
it probably wasn't the best time to start, considering we're gonna have like 4 weeks where we couldn't do it.
Anyway, we hope you enjoyed.
And we hope that you take some of what we said in, and you consider your politics, you consider social media, you consider propaganda, and you just consider all these things, and you take that with you going forward.
We're your mentors now.
Yeah, we are. So you might need to subscribe on YouTube.
Have a good day or night wherever you are.
Have a good diet.
Bye.
Bye.